Well, I have this one book I picked up from somebody's backyard in Leowin, and it's about cosmology. It's quite short. Istunion's Cosmology. What kind of name is that? Translation by Bothiel of the Mages Guild. What are planets? The planets are the gods and the planes of the gods, which is the same thing. That they appear as spherical heavenly bodies is a visual phenomena caused by mortal mental stress, since each planet is an infinite mass of infinite size. What the hell are you talking about? Everything is not of infinite sea. As yet surrounded by the void of oblivion, the mortal eye registers them as bubbles within a space. Planets are magical and impossible. The 8 planets correspond to the 8 divines. They are all present on the Dwarven orrery. Well, that part is right, but they're not of infinite size. Along with the mortal planet Nirn. What is Nirn? Nirn Enofex for arena. I've always hated that. Our world is not called arena. Is that what the Dwemer used to call it? No, it's a finite ball of matter and magic made from all of the god planets at the beginning of time. Yes, so I heard. It's all mashed into one. When Lorcan Trick convinced the gods to create the mortal plane, Nirn is the mortal plane and the mortal plane, which is the same thing. No, I misread that. Mortal planet and mortal plane. Its creation upset the cosmic balance. Now all souls, especially the Daedra gods demons, have a vested interest in Nirn, especially its starry heart, Tamriel. What are moons? Small planets, insofar as one infinite mass of infinite size can be smaller than another. Infinity means forever, by the way. Stop saying planets are infinite. Finite is... yes, well, that means they have some sort of restriction in size at some point, which means they don't go on forever, but saying infinite means they do. Planets do have orbits, or at least lunar orbits, are perceived to happen by mortals. Moons, this is hard for me to follow because my addled head. That brain is very strong. Moons are regarded by various cultures as attendant spirits of their god planet or minor gods, or foreign gods. Yeah, I'm kind of lost. The moons of Nirn are Master and Secunda. Yes, everybody knows that. Moons are not represented in the Dwarven orrery. What are Master and Secunda? Master and Secunda, Joan and Jode, in the Elnoflex, the moons of Nirn, are the attendant spirits of the mortal plane. They are like the mortal plane in that they are temporal and subject to the bounds of mortality. In fact of this, the moons are dead and died long ago. The moons used to be pure white and featureless, but today their skin is decaying and withering away. Their planes are likewise dying. Mortals perceive this as the moons being spheres with patches of their surfaces completely eaten away as the moons spin. They seem to become slivers or ragged crescents. These are not caused by shadows, because you can see the stars through the black patches of the lunar spheres. I don't know if that is true. That is very strange. What is space? Space is the interpretation of oblivion, which is black and empty and surrounds the mortal plane. Space is infinite. Okay, well, as far as we know, it is. But it acts just like a planet, in that oblivion is surrounded by Aetherius. You can see Aetherius by the stars. What are stars? The stars are the bridges to Aetherius, the magic plane. They are perceived as holes on the inside surface of space. Because they are on the inside of a sphere, all stars are equidistant from Nirn. Of equal distance from Nirn? Okay. Yes, I think I remember reading that a long time ago. Larger stars, therefore, are not closer to the mortal plane. They are just larger tears in oblivion. Ah. The largest tear in oblivion is Magnus, the sun. Well, everybody knows that. What are shooting stars, then? A misnomer. Shooting stars are bits of matter and magic, either from oblivion or Aetherius, that sometimes move through the cosmos. The largest shooting stars are really planets with independent orbits, like Bandar, the rogue plane. What are constellations? Constellations are collections of stars. Since each star is a bridge to magic, constellations are very powerful phenomena and are revered. There are generally accepted to be 13 constellations, and 9 of these are made up completely of stars. 3 others are called guardian constellations, as they are each governed by a dominion planet. The dominion planets are Akatosh, Eye of the Warrior, Julianos, Eye of the Sage, and Arche, Eye of the Thief. The last constellation is made up of unstars and is called the Snake. What is the Sun? Magnus is the Sun, the largest hole in Oblivion, and the gateway to magic. Magnus was present in the creation of the mortal plane, and in fact was its architect. Lorcan was its advocate and inspiration. Prehistoric, before Merethic era 2500, the start year, yes, that's the start of all known times, but even in the Merethic era it was a little fuzzy. Actually quite fuzzy. Nirn was a magical place and highly unstable to the first mortals. Magnus then left, some say, in disgust, and Oblivion filled in the void with the void. Well, that's weird. His escape was not easy, and tatters of Magnus remain in the firmament as stars. What is the sky? The sky is another visual phenomenon caused by mortal mental stress. The night sky in particular. The sky is as impossible as planets, in essence. When you look into the sky, you look outside the material plane. At night, Nirn is surrounded by Oblivion. Wouldn't it be surrounded by Oblivion at day, too? The day sky is the multicolored elemental cloak of Magnus' sun. It changes colors as elemental influences rise and fall. Thus, when one looks at the day sky, they see into the raiments of Aetherius and stare at its magic. How was the universe created? Those phenomena of the spirit realm and that inhabitants of Nirn interpret it as a universe came into being during the Dawn era. It was created through magic and myth, and this process is interpreted in a variety of ways too numerous to mention here. These myths can be accessed elsewhere. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.